Hello, I'm Jeff Vicars, General Manager of JackLaLanne.com, and your host here for Healthy Outcomes with Jack LaLanne. I wear two hats, want to help you stay healthy and stay wealthy. We're going to talk about longevity hacks. This is all about longevity. And first of all, Jack will demonstrate them in his TV episodes. We're going to take some great clips here. Longevity steps to take now. You got to take these now, and I'm going to share them quickly here. Consistency, confession, and contradiction. So, consistency in your life, you will see that in Jack LaLanne all over the map. And any great leader, great person who accomplished something pretty amazing, there'll be consistency there. Now, they may not have consistency in every area of their lives. That's where the contradictions come, You'll go, wow, so-and-so, they did so well in this, and they're so persuasive or charismatic, or they did this, but in this other area, these shortcomings really plague them. And those are the contradictions. And hopefully, through consistency and having integrity in your life, you will weed out contradictions. And I'll talk about, though, the impact on longevity is formidable. Confession. I'm talking about what comes out of your mouth. Now, what comes out of other people's mouths, you don't have to agree with them. You ever play a sport, for example, and someone will be trash talking this and that, or the fans are booing? You can pick to be either stimulated by that, you can ignore it, or you can let them get in your head and live rent-free, like some people do, as you know. All right, so confession can be not listening to what other people are talking about, but my major essence that I hope you get a hold of is what you say about your life, about your path, about you impacts you more than what anybody else says. God alone has more power in His words than you do in your life with your words. See, only when you agree with God, then His words have power in your life to the extent He wants it. But when you say something and others disagree, guess what? You keep going. They say, hey, you stop. And you say, no, I'm keep going. Guess what? You keep going. So when people beat up themselves, they talk about how old they're getting. They talk about, now I get it. There's a time you're talking with someone and they're going, hey, what's your pain level? How are you feeling? Tell me, be transparent. Well, that's the time to be transparent. Go, well, you know what? Let me be barefaced with you. Let me be totally transparent. I'm having a hard time. Now, that doesn't mean you're just plaguing your life with you're going to have hard times. It means you're just having more of a confidential discussion with somebody and going, wow, I need help. Okay, that is good. That is admirable. That's humility in the right sense. You actually are wanting, one will put 1,000 to flight, two, 10,000. When you get two people together, or maybe you heard this, a 3-braided cord is not easily broken. And so when you get multiple people involved, supporting you and coaching you, consulting with you, or even empowering you, they're doing things to help you. Oh, this is immensely powerful. Like I said, not 1 + 1, it is to the 10th power. So confession has to have this balance. There's got to be this transparency. But I tell you, you got to pick your inner circle. You got to pick those people that you know are in your corner, and they're not of weak character, where you share with them confidential things, and they're just throwing it around like they're like pearls before swine. They're just wasting it, and they're wasting that confidence you put in them. They lack what I said here in the beginning. They lack integrity, fiber. Like you see the fiber of something, go, wow, the integrity of this material. It is so, it's got enduring value. It's got integrity. And in the same sense, we want you to have that about your character. That is so lacking in so many forums nowadays, right? People are so two-faced at times. But you don't have to be that way. And if they're that way, that's okay. I accept them. I just mark that's their character. They don't have much integrity. And you know what? It doesn't mean they can't change. So I will say this again on confession. The other side of confession, there's too much to get into here. But when someone does you wrong, say one of those two-faced buggers, you got to forgive them. When you forgive someone, you release yourself from carrying damage to yourself ongoing for the misdeed they did. Just forgive them. And be quick to forgive. Oh man, it's so powerful to be quick to forgive. It'll keep your hair from falling out. It'll keep you from getting all just wrinkled out, worried, stressed out. Remember, stress, fear, they're the enemy. And nothing else like unforgiveness, hard-heartedness, nothing else is more detrimental to the functioning of your spirit man, your inner man, your mind, will, and emotions, your soul, and your body. Nothing is more detrimental than literally bitterness and unforgiveness. And you have the power. As I said here, you are in control. You get to decide, you know what? You can't offend me. I'm going to just let it go. Now, I didn't like it. It doesn't mean you can't treat me in a way I don't like. It doesn't mean you can't displease me, but you can't make me not love you. And just because I love you, by the way, doesn't mean I am obligated to do all kinds of ridiculous things in acclimating myself to you or trying to appease you. It may mean the exact reverse, that I require you to be accountable. I require you to step it up. I'm being truly loving. You know, there was a book, in fact, years ago. The guy passed away, unfortunately. But it was called Love Must Be Tough. And his subject matter was marriages that crash and burn. And he isolated 3 problems people think is the main problem with marital or relationship problems. And they were communication, sex, and finance. So money, intimacy, and communication. But he pointed out these really are the root or the branches that come out of that trunk. The major issue is respect. And see, respect that comes between others and you, it's going to have its base in that you have self-respect. You see your own value. Now, back to Jack. Jack certainly saw his value, and he escaped a treacherous childhood where he said he was plagued with bad diet and, of course, bad self-esteem, and he overcame that. But he got his mouth going the right way, and he developed integrity, and so can you. And it is simply, today's the day. Today is the day. Do it today. You don't have to wait and clean up. I think I'll clean up tomorrow. I think January 1st. Nope, today is the day. Now, what about contradictions? So you start working on this area, but you feel this false guilt that, well, I don't have every area cleaned up, or I'm still struggling in this area. Maybe it's financially you're not where you want to be, but physically you're making progress. Well, keep making that progress, and then literally I would ask God for wisdom and go, how do I make progress in this finance area, Lord? I feel like I'm really, really good doing my intimacy with you, relationships with a lot of folks. I'm not holding any bitterness against anybody. Physically, I'm making progress, getting more of a daily routine going. My diet, not perfect, but I'm making progress. But over here in finances, I'm not where I want to be. Well, you go to him. You go get that wisdom from him. He says you don't have it, the wisdom, because you don't ask. And you probably heard this, you have not because you ask not. And everyone that seeks finds. So you keep seeking. You probably heard of Proverbs and that guy Solomon, richest man ever. Yeah, more than Elon. Whoever your current guy is that's at the top of the heap. Solomon had more money than them. Yeah. Go search it out. But anyways, but he did have some weaknesses. He had all these wives, all these other women, and it seemed to drive him crazy. Okay, thank God, you can trust God to find one faithful partner, and He is faithful. He will take care of you. And while you're waiting, and during that time, He'll direct you and make up for it in your life while He brings about that right partner. I talked to a lady this morning, and she said, regarding boys. And she's going to just not get distracted following after boys. She's waiting for a man. That's what I'm talking about. Someone with integrity. Someone with consistency. Someone whose mouth is going the right direction. Not knocking people all the time. Building people up. And you got to be your best therapist, your own self-coach. You got to build yourself up. There'll be times, I talked about my time here of, I had all these complications November 1st through the 8th. I was by myself most of the time. And, but the doctors, I would just, be humble in the sense I wanted to hear what they had to say. They knew in authority what they were doing, but I knew my body, and I'm the one who directs what I say about it. and I kept close to God during that time. My lung collapsed. We shared this story in another version. And because the lung was such a priority, they abandoned working on the blood clot in my leg. And by the grace of God, it disappeared. The blood clot left. So here I am. Whoops. Here I am. That's my son who came to my aid, my youngest son, Aaron. And I'm in the hospital there. Yeah, I need a shave desperately, on oxygen. And there's me after I got out. And that's on Thanksgiving Day. And I've got out, and there's that suture on my side, and I'm healing up. Alrighty, now here is me, also Thanksgiving Day, got my shirt back on, right? And here's me this morning working out. So getting better, getting stronger, planting the seeds, and that's what it takes. So again, consistency. So when you are saying about yourself, you're knocking yourself every day, you're talking about how old and decrepit you are and everything's falling off, you hear you. I don't care if anybody else heard you. I'm talking you hear you. Your own inner man, your own garden, you just planted that. And now it is building up in you. So then later in life, you're like, why do I have this weakness inside me? It seems built into me. Well, you built it up over years and decades. Change that now. Change that now. Let's say that good thing about you. And if you need help with that, or you need to talk with someone about that, we'll help you. You can reach out to us. But also if you need tools that will help you, we've got those. So let's go forward with some great stuff from Jack.
Now, I want you to be seated in your favorite chair for just a moment, will you? I want to talk to you for a moment about something that's real important. You know, each day up here we try to discuss something about nutrition, about exercise, about something that's going to help you to feel better, something that's going to help you to improve your appearance and all. So we enjoy life a little more, am I right? Well, today I want to talk to you about something that is of utmost importance if you are going to be beautiful and glamorous and gracious and outstanding. You know what it is? It's posture. Good posture. It's like this. You can take the most beautiful woman on this earth, have her with no lipstick, no makeup, her hair down on her face, put her in an old Mother Hubbard dress, and she wouldn't look like anything. Am I right? But you take that same woman, put her in a beautiful gown and fix her hair and her makeup and everything else, then her real beauty is going to come out. It's like so many of you students, you know, you have pretty nice bodies, but your posture is so bad that it doesn't show off your body. You know, there are different types of people. Did you ever see these people? Look at this. There's one type of person, you know, the kind of leaner backers, you know, they lean back like this and they walk and their stomach stick out and they go down the street like this. You've seen that type. Then you got the opposite type, the old back porch type. They're going down with their back porch sticking out and they're going like this, you know, down the street. Oh, you've seen that. Then you have also the other type, you know, with their chin down their chest, you know, they can't face the world. So everything's hanging and sagging. They're going along, look like they're looking for something. You know, they're trotting along down the street. Is that beautiful? Is that attractive? But let me tell you something about posture. It's not only is it important so far as beauty is concerned, but your feeling of well-being, the therapeutic value that comes from it. Because when you have good posture, your stomach is in, your hips are tight, your shoulders are back, your head is up. So all your internal organs function properly, the blood is flowing through your body, your lungs are working right, and your heart is working right, and you command respect. And when you command respect, you feel better automatically. And also remember this, when a muscle is tense and when it's in good condition, fat doesn't accumulate there. So in good posture, you have to have your muscles firm and tensed all the time. And that's where these exercises help. And this extra protein, extra minerals and vitamins that I want you to have so much. And remember, I like to have you think of the body as just a bag of bones, a skeleton. Now, if I would relax every muscle in my body, I'd collapse, wouldn't I? You see a lot of people that are just about in that state. They're just going down the street just about collapsed. So remember, the things that hold the bones together are the muscles. So make more of an effort to keep your head back. Remember, your head controls your position in your body. Your head goes forward, your body goes forward. Your head goes back, your body goes back. Keep your stomach in, tense those hips, stand as tall as you can. And when you're sitting, sit up straight in your chair with your stomach in, your shoulders back, face the world right square in the eye. Practice this posture during the day. Sit better, stand taller, and you watch and see if you don't feel and look like another person real quick. Make an effort. Will you try? Promise me? Come on? Okay.